Welcome guys back to the channel in another video. As you can see, I'm working on that Volvo S60. I think that's P3, so third generation D4 VEA diesel. The issue is it is having, let me look at the fault code because I wrote it down. So the one is P04D900, that is EGR related, and the second fault code is P200977. I will edit the fault code from the diagnostic scan. And let me tell you what I found out and how the things look like. So let me switch the camera and show you the car itself. So here is the car. I already removed the intake manifold and the EGR parts. Let me show you the intake ports first. So if you have a look at them, I don't know how much you can see. Let me try to shine a light there. It is not looking that bad at all, which usually is the case on the Mazdas, and also I've done it already like maybe 2 years ago, and I read on the forums that it can come back. But as you can see, it is not that dirty, not that bad. A bigger issue is the turbo. The intercooler pipe is full of oil. As far as I know, the turbo was replaced on this car. I don't know if the intercooler was cleaned or not, very likely not. So that's one case. That's the EGR fault. And let me bring the EGR parts inside and show you where there is no wind noise, so probably you can hear me better, and the lighting is better as well. So here are the parts: intake manifold, EGR valve, EGR cooler. And let's talk about the first issue we are having. So I separated the EGR valve from the EGR cooler. As you can see, there is not too much to the cooler, it's just a cooler. It's quite dirty. I will try to clean it first with the ultrasonic cleaner, see the results. If I will be happy with it, I put it back. If not, I'm going to get a used one for the owner, because a brand new is around 800, 850-ish in pounds, in British pounds. So it is needless to say, it's fairly expensive just for this stupid part. Anyways, but also, like, I can tell you that because there is a recall on these EGR system, cooler, whatever, from Volvo. So the owner called the Volvo and they told him, we are very sorry, but we cannot take it as a recall because you have quite high mileage. He's got 222,000 kilometers. It's not miles, kilometers. So divided by 1.6. I don't know how much that is in miles, but it again, you decide if it is lot or not, if they should honor the recall, the warranty or not. You decide. Let me know in the comments below what you think. So apart from the cooler, that's the best I can do. Here is the EGR valve itself. So basically, you can see I removed that cap with the help of a screwdriver, really easy, from the sides. That's it. And then here is the EGR valve, so the mechanism. And as you can see, it is moving very freely, very nicely. Like I dare to say, like a brand new one. And what it does, it is opening that. You will see probably better from here. It's opening that valve. Yeah, that's why it's called EGR valve. So that's one thing. But the other thing here, you see, this is the flap. It's operated by vacuum. Let me avoid the glare. And what I found, like, it is a bit sticky. Like at that point, very likely you cannot see it. I can only feel it. So it's sticking at like this point. It is a bit more difficult to turn. So again, I'll try to clean it the best as I can, and I'll test that flap again, and I'll contact the owner what he wants me to do. If after the cleaning he wants me to put the part back, assemble it together, put the part back and test it, or if he wants to get a replacement. With this one, I would get a brand new, because you never know what you're gonna get with a used part. That may be sticky as well, so it's a 50-50 bet. So I recommend from this one I would get a brand new. Okay, that was the EGR issue. So let's put these aside. And the fault code was related to the Swirl flap actuator. So basically, when I remove the part, it has this pin or tab. It attaches here to that hole, and that should move freely, like turning, but it is not turning, as you can see, at all. Even though I'm trying to turn it or twist, it's not turning, because I'll try to show you. It is, let me take it outside. So it is its end position, but it's stuck there. It should be moving here, but it is stuck there. And if I turn it a bit here, you see it is stuck there as well. So basically it is not turning. That is one thing. So it is not turning at all. The swirl flaps, which are these, every second one, they are not turning, not opening. So that's one thing. And when I removed, because the code was related that the desired position of the swirl flaps or the actuator is not reachable. I'll edit the code here. So basically what was the case, that was popped out from here, from the place where it should be. And it is very lucky, the owner is very lucky that nothing broke off, no swirl flap broke off, and didn't damage the valves, the pistons, nothing. So he is very lucky in that case. So what I'm going to do, and I suggested him as well, I already have the new intake manifold with the swirl flap actuator ordered, because like, even though you may unstuck it or like make it working again, you have to clean it still. It's plastic, and like the car has its miles. I wouldn't rather put it back. I'd rather put a new one back just to be on the on the safe side, so have a peace of mind. Also, we ordered a genuine Volvo one. I'll show you that later on. Obviously, can give you a part number if you need. So let me switch the camera and tell you what's gonna happen now. In conclusion, what I'm going to do, as I said, going to clean the parts, the EGR cooler, the valve, I'm going to clean them. With the intake manifold, I'm going to just remove the I don't know if it's called a throttle body or a intake shutter valve, doesn't matter. I'm going to remove that, transfer it to the new one, to the new intake manifold. I'm going to carbon clean the intake ports with the walnut media, walnut shells, so basically walnut blasting. And I'll need to contact the owner and ask him what about the intercooler, the oil. I may remove it and then clean it. That would be the best thing to do, or best option, or the proper fix in my opinion. Obviously I'll need to contact the owner what he wants. But yeah guys, basically this is how I'm going to address the issue on this Volvo S60. Stay tuned if you want to see the results, if it fixed the issue or not. But yeah, and also like I can tell during, like on the first startup, if you left the car sit overnight and you start it up the next day, it is smoking like bluish. So that's, I would say, oil. It can be because oil gets on top of the valves, on the valve laps, and it's sitting there overnight, and when you start up the car, it gets to the combustion chamber all of a sudden and gets through the exhaust system, but it is only smoking then. And obviously I didn't record that, but it has had a rattling sound, very likely because that tab from the swirl flap actuator couldn't open and close the swirl flaps because it was out of its position. So very likely that was the case. Obviously stay tuned and we will see what the solution was, if I will be ever able to get it done, I mean to fix the issue. Hopefully, very likely I will be. But yeah, stay tuned and let's see what the solution will be. Other than that, thanks for watching and see you soon in the very next one. Take care, guys, and bye bye.